Hello YouTube, this is William. Welcome to another sneak peek. I've got another knife design. You saw the thumbnail. It's called the Master Skinner. I have a board in my office, and on that board I have model names that I've thought of, and I'll think about it for several months until I can figure out a design that fits that name. And of course, everything has to be versatile. I don't want a knife that is just for one thing. I want a knife that's going to be not necessarily excel at everything, because I don't think that's possible, but at least excel at one or two things and be good at other things. Okay, so I try to design around that parameter. And so there's a name, and I'm really hesitant to label or pigeonhole a knife, because somebody hears the word Skinner, or they hear the word fillet, or they hear the word bushcraft, and they pigeonhole that knife into that category and say that's all it's good for, which is really not the case in most cases. So I try to stay away from pigeonholing. But with that said, I have gotten questions throughout my, I guess, knife making career, of which knife is a great Skinner, which knife is a good bushcraft, which knife. And so a lot of times, if you don't put that in the name, they don't understand what that knife is for. So, I mean, it's a catch-22 either way you go. So anyway, I like the model Master Skinner, and I said, so let's design a knife where its primary function, it excels at skinning, and maybe some of the bushcraft and firecraft is secondary or third, so that it still has a multiple uses, or it's very versatile. Okay, and so I think I have the Master Skinner to the point now to where we're going to get ready to do field trials. Now, I've already got two that's interested. Pano is one that has agreed to do some field trials up in Canada, so I'll get a prototype to him to do some field trials. And also Tim Roper has agreed to do some field trials. He's the one that did the Master Trapper. He's a trapper in Tennessee, I think. I think he's in Tennessee. But anyway, he does. He's a trapper and has a YouTube channel called The Meat Trapper. So anyway, those are two that has agreed to do field trials, and I'll have one more. I haven't decided. Matter of fact, if anybody who sees this has a YouTube channel and is planning on doing any trapping or skinning during the spring, and that's one of the requirements. I need some video and some feedback skinning, because I know how well it's going to do in bushcraft. I know how well it's going to do in firecraft, because that grind has done so much in the past 6 years that I've developed it, that in bushcraft and fieldcraft and things like that. This is a skinning type blade, so I need some footage and some feedback for skinning. Small, small game, not so much, but beaver size on up, and even moose and things like that. So anyway, I think that this size is going to do those very well. All right. So if you have a YouTube channel and you are a outfitter, or you are a big game hunter, or whatever you are, and you want to do some field trials on this knife, then send me a message. Go to my website and send me a message through there, and give me a link to your website or your YouTube channel, and so I can check you out. And I will select one other person to do field trials. The goal for this is to do field trials through the spring, and we'll release it for pre-orders probably early summer, and get them fabricated and out the door before fall hunting. That is the goals. Okay. So anyway, we're planning for the 10-month or 11-month time frame on this knife, maybe a little earlier than that. See if we can't get it out sooner than that. But pre-orders early summer is what I'm looking for. And so I will need videos. I will need some professional feedback. I'm looking for professionals. Anyway, with that said, let's talk about the knife. Here's the knife. Oh, and it will fillet. Trust me, it will fillet. See if I can find it. This is my fingernail. It filleted my fingernail completely off of my finger. That smarted, let me tell you. That hurt. That hurt. But anyway, here's the knife, okay? Now, this is prototype B. You can see the prototype B, and this is a prototype logo. My standard logo will not have this. It will not be inverted. But this is B. There will be a C that doesn't have this fuller here. The fuller will go away, but the texturing, I found that the texturing works better without the fuller. So I had the fuller there so that you could have a grip on the blade so that you could do those real intricate cuts. And that's what this jimping is for up here on the tip, is to place your finger, and that texturing on the handle or the blade, it just gives you a good purchase or a good grip so it doesn't slip. And for the most part, people are using this type of a knife. It's going to be in a cool time of the year, so they'll have gloves on and things like that. So everything is kind of texturized and so that you got a good secure grip on it, because you certainly don't want to lose control of this knife, because it will hurt you. It will hurt you. Okay. All right. The type of steel, we're looking at 5/32 AEBL for this, and the grind will be a Scandi with a tooth, that serrated tooth right there, for getting through cartilage and dense matter in ligaments and things like that. And then you have a very nice belly with a very fine point that, as it is actually kind of, it doesn't go all the way to a point, it's kind of straight. So if you look, running up legs and up bellies, you still have that point to get in there and get that hide off. But then you have that belly to, man, take that hide off, and that tip's out of the way. You're not going to puncture your hide. So that's what this grind is for. If you see that Scandi runs all the way through, that's what you sharpen. And then this part right here is a saber to thin that apex down for slicing. And buddy, it slices. It will slice and dice. All right. Okay, so that's what that is for, and that texturing is lasered, so it is into the blade. So the blade length on this, again, it's 5/32 stock. So the Scandi portion to the tooth is about 1.5 inches, and to the tip is about 5 1/4. Okay, the overall is 10, let's say 10 1/4, a little less. The blade width at the widest point is 1.5 inches. So it's a fairly wide blade, so that you get them straight cuts. That's what a wide blade does. It straightens that blade out so you don't twist and turn and do a lot of twisting in your cutting. The handle is kind of a modified broom handle. It's that Kephart style knife where you got a pinch point here, so you have complete control of that knife, but you also have a good size handle, so you can grab that, and in any position you're holding that knife, it's a comfortable handle, and it's a lot of handle there, because again, more than likely you're going to be wearing gloves. So you want something that you can hold on to, and it's going to be an arduous task. So you want something that you don't have to keep squeezing to feel the handle, and it'll cause fatigue and cramps and all kinds of stuff. But with a handle this size, you're not going to feel that as much, okay? So anyway, and you got plenty of room here to choke up on that blade, and you got the texturing on the blade to give you all kinds of secure grips while you're getting in that tip and getting those very precise cuts in the gut cavities and the chest cavities and things like that. So, and of course you got the hidden lanyard and to keep that out of your way. The handle on it is almost 5 inches. It's 4 3/4. So it is a very generous handle. The balance on this knife is right there. So it is well balanced. I think for any hunter, this would be a fantastic skinner. It'd be a nice little camp knife as well as a secondary choice, but it is going to scream skinner from the word go. So I'm kind of anxious to see what kind of feedback I get from the field with Pano and Tim Roper and whoever else I choose. If you're interested in doing some field trials and give me feedback in spring, then submit your request through my website, wcknives.com. Just send me, or you can do my email. My email is William Collins. It's WILLIAM COLLINS at WCKnives.com. And send me a link to your YouTube channel, your website, kind of give me an idea of what you do and why you think you would be a great choice to do some field trials for this Master Skinner. Okay? All right, that's enough. I hope you guys like this. I really think that this is going to be a phenomenal addition to the WC Knives catalog. So it's a WC knife. It ticks all the boxes that you would expect a WC knife to tick. It's versatile. It's functional. It's a WC knife. It's a William Collins design. So anyway, I'm kind of looking forward to the field trials on this. But let me know in the comments what you think. Till the next one, you guys get in the backyard, whittle on a stick. Be sure and take a child with you, get the opportunity. And don't forget those plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. We'll catch you again very soon.